Yeah,
Hey man, what's going on?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, good for a Monday morning. I'm really good.
Hey, Mika, thank you so much. First of all, man, I'm sorry for yesterday.
Nah, mate, that's fine. It's totally fine. I understand. It's all good.
I don't get it because the last time maybe I was wrong too, but it worked. But with Act the Mainframe, like I thought it was, we had like something like 8 hour from each other, but there's like 13 hour
Yeah,
more.
so it must be like yeah, 'cause it's actually so it's 8:30 Monday morning over here now.
It's weird. You're on Monday and I'm on Sunday right now.
Yeah, so what is it? Sunday night, Sunday evening?
It's Sunday 4 p.m. 30.
Yeah, right. Okay, there you go.
So hey, when you're ready, as you might notice with the interview with Aga Mainframe, I'm gonna say hi. This is DJ Podcast Ben, and I'm gonna introduce yourself when you're ready.
No worries.
Hell yeah! So this is DJ Podcast Ben. Welcome for the first time to our Quebec radio show, Prescription Punk Rock. I'm going to introduce yourself.
How you going, man? My name's Mika. I'm from Australian punk rock band No Quarter.
Guys, it's such an honor to have you on the show. It's the case that you guys reached me. I heard the whole records. It's amazing. No Quarter, great project. So how it started up for you guys? How you meet each other? How the band start up?
We've been going along now since about 2005. I actually worked with Chris, and he was the drummer of No Quarter at the time I met him, and then their original singer Cameron had to leave, so I went up to try out in a little shed on some property up in the middle of Singleton, and sort of didn't know whether I was going to sing or drum. And then Chris was comfortable doing both as well, so he started singing and I started drumming, and that's how I met the rest of the guys as well. I only knew Chris when I joined the band, and yeah, once we sort of got into it, it sort of took off pretty quickly.
So I think right now the Australia scene is going fucking great. But when you guys started up, how was it from your side?
Australia's hard, man. Like, I don't think people realise how far apart everything is. Like, we're pretty lucky. We're a band based in Singleton, which is, I guess, about an hour west of Newcastle, and Newcastle's pretty decent. You got bands like, well, back then you had local resident Failure Star Uniform, and there was Weisheimer and a few other bands, but I mean, and then the next closest city is Sydney, which is 2 hours away, and then, you know, you've got Brisbane and Gold Coast, which is 7 hours north. Like, everything's really, really spread out. So being in a punk rock scene in Australia is really hard because you can't, like, to play shows all the time, you've got to try and play the same places, and it can be very draining and a lot of hard work, I think.
Yeah, and I think we've been through same shit here in Quebec. You know, back in the days, it's a small scene, and you know the tough thing about the Quebec and Canadian scene is it's a long travel from each place, so it costs a lot of gas. So it's kind of geography impossible to tour around Canada and be like a band living from that with you know the structure of music right now. Back in the days in the 90s, maybe, but not now.
Yeah, and I think it goes to show, like, there's not really that many Australian bands that live off their music. Like, we've all got full-time jobs. Chris runs his own business. Like, all the guys that hack the mainframe and stuff like that all work jobs, you know. Like, the only bands I can think of in Australia that live solely off their music are bands like AC/DC and Powderfinger. Like, punk rock bands in Australia do it tough because everything's so far away from each other, and a lot of time and effort has to go into just to getting around. So it does make it difficult, but it's worth it, I guess. So
Yeah, and I think you know right now the whole world is watching and listening to that scene, and I think it's beautiful that that what you achieve is just you know making music and having fun and with no expectation and no dream of you know being successful or anything like that. You just you know you throw it and you play and you know and you said that it's tough, but you know I think right now it's beautiful to see that there's a nostalgia and people want you know discover new band and everything. And I think the Australian scene is right now something that people really watching.
Yeah, I think we're pretty lucky. We've had like a lot of good releases lately, and a lot of talented bands. Like I guess you got bands like Hack the Mainframe. Like he's been around the Newcastle punk rock scene forever, and he's such a talented guy. And I think we're all getting to the age now where we're all around 30. We've all been doing this a long time, and we're sort of just the people that are still doing it now at our age are doing it because they love it. Like to be in a band at 33 years old and not making any money, you've really, really got to love music and love what you do.
Yeah.
And I think when you've got it's true, man. Like, and I think when you've got a heap of people in your band that are
Did I lost you? I lost you for a minute.
thanks, man.
But I think the connection through music right now is beautiful. We're back when music started up in the 80s, and no one really know where it's going and everything, but it's so tight, so solid. I mean, the record Freedom, you released it last year, amazing fucking record. It's everything that we used to love back in the days, now.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Like, we worked really hard on Freedom. It was a bit of a journey for us. Because we had our last CD before that was 2010, and we started recording Freedom, or taking the steps to record Freedom in 2014, and we got halfway through it and nearly lost everything because we had a few dramas with the bloke who started the project with us, and then when we got everything back, it was a bit messy, and our guitar player took over, and we sort of pretty much recorded it twice. So it was a pretty long journey for us, but I think in the end it made a better product. And like you said about the music, very nostalgic. Like we all just write music that we grew up listening to. I don't ever understand bands that slow down and say, to mature as a band, you've got to slow down. Like, I mean, we all grew up in fucking 1996 listening to really fast music and the energy that it provides. Like, I don't understand why we should have to stop playing that now just because we're 33 and it's 2018, if you know what I mean.
They're fucking out of shape. That's why they're fucking slowing down. But it's not mean because you're getting near the 40, you have to fucking slow down, and I get you for that. And it's true, man. I think the same way. We play band that kind of mellow down over the years, but the main goal of the show is keep that spirit of fast punk rock and punk rock with energy. Sometimes it doesn't have to be fast, but furious or something. It's something that we're still trying to reach in music because like you said, we work. And, on the weekend, we just want to, go off again. Like back in the day, same fucking shit at 20s, except it's more tough when you drink a lot of beer the day after.
Yeah, I'm lucky, Like, I don't do hangovers. I don't have time for that shit. I just keep drinking and get up and keep rolling. But I've got a lot of mates that reckon that when they turn 30, it was like a switch went off. And they go out drinking now and they're sick for like a day later. So I'm hoping my switch doesn't go off for a few years yet because I've got a lot of beers and a lot of punk rock gigs that I want to play before I get to that point.
Yeah, and you have to keep that. I don't know, it's true that myth that you guys, if you travel anywhere in the world drinking a lot and people say, you drink a lot, you fucker, and you say, I'm Australian, it's normal.
Yeah, it is. We do. Like Australians, yeah, we just fucking drink a lot. We've got a beautiful country out here, and your weekends you go to the beach and you drink beers and you catch up with your mates and you enjoy life, and then you go back to work and slog your ass off for 40 hours a week or 50 or 60 hours a week so you get to do it again next weekend.
I think I felt a connection between, Quebec and you guys, and I think the connection is maybe through beers and alcohol and having a blast. We're the same. Out here we're freezing our ass like 6-7 months a year, and when I mean frozen is sometimes it's minus 42, which is kind of sucks because you don't go outside play in the fucking snow when it's minus 42. You go to a bar, to a microbrewery, you go to a punk rock show, and you fucking drink your ass. So I think it's the same. We love booze. We love smoking weed. Quebec is really like more party than the rest of Canada.
Yeah, I can't believe it's minus 42 over there. Fuck that. It's, it's so cold. Like 42 over here at the moment. You go outside for 5 minutes in the sun and you're nearly dead. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I could switch, man. I'd rather be dead fucking hot than dead in the cold.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I hear a lot. We get a lot of messages from Quebec and Montreal and stuff, and talking to me about how the scene is over there, and I hear amazing things, man. Like, it sounds like you've got a really, really strong thing going on over there.
yeah, there's the Poudre Fest, and I mentioned it, and I send them like tons of email about it. We have to work something because I know it's far, but something happening with your scene, and you mean it, and I mentioned it. There's a connection, so we want your ass, and we have to work something, with the promoters, and if it's not the Poudre, something to bring you guys here at least for a kind of festival, and then we can find show around and maybe have like 4 or 5 bands from Australia bringing their ass here and, fucking punk rocking our ears, man. That would be so awesome. And if you have some time up too, you can, travel and do like the Ontario and Toronto. It's not that far. It's 9 hours from Montreal. It's just fucking far when you think about it, but, it's worth it.
Yeah, man, I'd love to make it over there. It'd be amazing to do a run of like Toronto and across and do a few of the cities all at once. It'd be awesome. It's just, do you think the world's ready for an airplane full of 5 or 6 Australian punk rock bands? I don't think the airplanes hold enough alcohol for that.
I don't know, man. If the plane is driven by people from Australia, you're good. They understand it. But here in Quebec, we're gonna take charge of everything anyway. But yeah, man, we're fucking ready. And you mentioned it. It's the same. I think people here like to dig music and discover band and everything. So, and the cool thing about Quebec is people go to show when they know you're traveling, because we're like, maybe we'll never see them again. So we go to show, maybe not with local band, because we all people think, oh, I'm gonna see them again, but with you guys, it's maybe we'll never see them again. So let's go to punk rock show.
Yeah, man. You email me the details and we'll make it happen. I'd love to. All the guys would love to come to Canada. Like, it looks like a beautiful place, and like the people are always so welcoming, and they've been so well receiving of the Freedom album. And Heath from Hack the Mainframe said the same thing. Like, we can make it happen. We'll be there. Like, one of the things I definitely would like to do. So we'll talk about that in the future, I hope.
Oh yeah, man. I told like the Mainframe, I'm working day and night, man, to work something. But I'm sure we can, because it happened. I mean, I work with the Rockfest too, and we bring almost. We brought like Melancholy and Randy and Satanic Surfer when they reunited, and we did that with a full plane, and it's more easy and cheap price when they know that you're gonna full the plane and have some discount.
Yeah, sweet, cool, man, cool.
I want to talk about Freedom. The cover, it's amazing pictures of, it's I say a half pipe. It's kind of a full pipe.
It's a fucking cool picture, eh? I remember when I saw that the first time, like, we'd had the sort of train of thought about the song Freedom, and I basically started that song thinking about how I felt when I was playing drums at a gig, or when I would go to a gig and be in a mosh pit, and just how for that entire point of that set list for that band I was watching, or the gig I was playing, nothing else in the world mattered. Like, everything was totally free. There was no sexism, no racism, there was no violence. Like, everyone is equal and everyone was just loving music. And to me, that was freedom. And we started the basis of that song on that train of thought, and I saw that image and I was just like, man, the guy in that photo doesn't have a care about anything else in the world at the moment other than that sunset and that skateboard. Like, so it was always a perfect image for that album cover, and I'm glad we we stuck with that thought because it looks amazing. I reckon it's really eye-catching and it's perfect. It's actually over in Europe somewhere, in Norway or something like that. So, yeah, it's cool.
It's fucking beautiful. And, I always said, they're so bad that I don't know why they rush themselves releasing the records with the hot work they fucking hate. And years later, they always said, oh, we were stupid releasing that. It's like, the fuck, you release it with that cover. And, there's some band that changed the cover, over the years when they repressed it. And I'm like, come on, man, that's your album. It's something so important. But, I think that with Freedom, it's working. It's beautiful, and you're kind of wondering. It's not a kind of, I don't know, punk rock typical image. So you check them. You don't know what to expect, and magic.
Yeah. No, I think it definitely encases the whole feeling of it perfectly. So I want to hopefully get it tattooed on my leg. I've got our last CD's cover on my right leg. I want to get Freedom on my left leg and go from there, I think.
It's going to be a hell of a
Only
job
problem
for
is
the guys that's going to tattoo you.
Oh, I know. It's a big one, that one, so we'll see how we go.
So, guys, I was going to be... Yeah.
Only problem is if we do another album, I don't know how I'm going to top that album cover. Like, it's a pretty good album cover, so...
You're right, damn right. So I was going to be the rest of the year for you guys. The year just started up, so it's going to be for you 2018.
Pretty busy, actually. Like, we had a fair few years where we didn't do too much at all after we released our Lodestar EP. Like, Chris, our singer, he lives like 1,000 kilometres north than the rest of us. So for a few years, he would just fly down and we'd have jams at a farm and sort of play music and drink beers all weekend and catch up. But it wasn't until we started recording Freedom that things picked up again. And during the course of Freedom, we had, a couple of guys leave the band. Like, our old guitarist just kind of vanished off the face of the earth, and no one really knows what's happened to him. And my two brothers-in-law that were in the band, they kind of ran out of time and drive to do it. So they left, and we got new guys in the band, which were friends of ours from way back in the day, which kind of refreshed everything a lot. Even though Matt and Dan left the band, they still have a lot to do with it and kind of involved in it, but they don't have time to do tours and gigs and write music and stuff. So the new guys that came in, it was really refreshing, and it sort of enabled us to start playing gigs again. And like, we just did a really, really good show the other week in our hometown with Hack the Mainframe. Excuse me. And next month we're going up to Queensland. We're doing some shows with Hack the Mainframe at Gold Coast and Brisbane with another great Australian band called Friends of the Enemy. Like, I love those guys. They're amazing. And then after that, we're going south. We're going down to do Melbourne and Canberra, and hopefully we're going to do Sydney as well. And then if everything lines up, we've actually half planned a Japanese tour as well. So it's going to be a busy year. It's going to be our busiest year, probably our biggest year ever, actually. It's going to be very, very big, and I'm looking forward to all of it. So.
Mika, you have a huge challenge. You have to learn Japanese from today till the shows in Japan.
I know. All I know is one word, and it's yes. I can say hi. So I'm going to go over there, and people are just going to be asking me stuff. I'm just going to be like, yes, 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 yes.
I would fucking die to hear, like, the Australian accent mixed with Japanese. That would be awesome.
Oh, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to really put some effort in there, I think. So hopefully the guy that takes us around is
freak out there,
pretty
man.
good at the English language.
Do you know?
Yeah, they reckon it's amazing.
Do you know the band Mute from Quebec? Yes.
Oh, man, I love Mute. Yeah.
They went there.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah, I think last year.
Yeah.
And they were
like
Mute, people gonna rush to you guys, and they asked, for autograph and took pictures, and they're crazy. I mean, like, when they connect, they're huge fans. They bought everything, the T-shirt, the CDs, the stickers, everything.
Yeah, I know bands that from Australia that have played over there, and they reckon once you play in Japan, you never want to play in Australia again. Like, it's just amazing over there. The fans just, like, go ballistic and really energetic and really just happy to meet you and happy to talk to you and really embracing. So I can't wait. We've got a few issues going on in the background that haven't allowed us to lock down a date 100%, but, we've got a few things in mind, and I'm in touch with the guy over there constantly, and he's really looking forward to taking us over there. So, as soon as we get a few things out of the way, we'll be working out that tour, and that's going to be something that we're all looking forward to, I think.
You mentioned friends with the enemy. We're close friend with them too. And did you saw Chelsea maybe not last post, but a couple of posts ago, she posted like she had a spider in her bed in the bathroom, like a fucking huge goddamn spider. And the funny thing is, I mentioned a couple of shows ago to Pete from P Records that you guys have the worst kind of venomous species in the world. Like not having a couple, we have something like the 250 worst venomous species of the world. Australia is not that big.
Yeah, man, Australia's not big, but it's a lot of bush. There's a lot of shit out there that can fucking kill you real quick. Yeah, man, I have snakes. Like where I live across from a creek, and I've lost dogs to snakes. Like my in-laws have a big farm, and we got there, and there's ground snakes, and yeah, snakes and spiders everywhere. My wife is petrified of spiders. She sees a spider and she freaks. Like we get massive big spiders, and which makes it fun. But like, we'll be in the yard, and I'll throw a rock at her and be like, "Oh, look out, spider!" And she like nearly dies. She's like, "Ah!" So yeah, there's a lot of shit out of here that'll kill you real quick.
God, I'm always laughing because I will for sure come to your way one day, and that day, if you guys say let's walk in the wood at night drunk, I'm pretty sure I would say no, man. I don't follow you guys.
Well, I guess you just get used to it. I don't know, you wear your shoes and your jeans and
You wear your shoes. God, yeah, you're right to wear your shoes.
Yeah, just one, it's true what you see, but like I live, as I said, I live probably 45 minutes west of the coast, and I drive home from work, and after dark, I've got to watch out for kangaroos that are hopping down the road, and there's a lot of wildlife out here. That's just because we live so close to the bush and stuff. You're forever seeing kangaroos or koalas or snakes or spiders or whatever.
It's kind of funny because, I mention it because, here in Quebec, like I told you, it's sometimes minus 42, which kills fucking everything. So you don't have to worry with those shit. They're death in winters, and we don't have that much amount of month in summer, so they cannot be like that big.
Yeah, fuck. I still can't get over that. It's so cold.
Guys, it's such an honor, man. Thank you so much for, taking times. And I know we were supposed to do it yesterday, and, I got so confused when I woke up this morning because, those guys right now, they're on Monday, and where I'm on Sunday, so we have 13 hours, from each other. So he was texting me when I wake up. I text him, and at 3 a.m. text me. I'm go to work, and I call you after.
Yeah, no, that's all right, man. When you didn't write back, or when I called yesterday, when I checked your message, I noticed it was like midnight over there. So I was like, must have been mixed up with the timing. But that's all good, man. It's been my pleasure. I really, really appreciate the opportunity to speak and get some stuff out there to all the people over there that have been messaging me for the last 4 or 5 months from Canada. It's been some of the best fans to talk to. It's amazing when I get a message from the other side of the world just telling me how they've heard a song and what it means to them. So I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks, guys. Keep on, creating such great music. We gotta follow you. You're stuck with us. Man, thank you so much for your time, my friend.
No worries, man. You take care, and hopefully we'll get over there sometime next year or something and drink some beers and rock the fuck out together.
Hell yeah. Before we leave, Mika, we're going to celebrate in a couple of months our 500 episode.
Yeah. Fuck, that's a lot, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I can't believe they let me do that for 500 times. They're crazy. People at the radio, they don't know a shit, man. I'm lucky they don't listen. No, I'm lucky, man. I have, the bus and everything. They're amazing. Can you do us a quick ID just saying, this is Mika from No Quarter, happy 500 simple as you want. Or you can say a she
Yeah,
will
man.
too and say something stupid or something Australian too. Like, do whatever you want to do.
Something Australian. Oh, righto. G'day, mates. This is Mika from No Quarter. Happy 500. Congratulations on all the hard work you're doing. Keep it up. You.
Yeah! Thanks so much, my friend.
No worries, man. Appreciate it, I'll be in touch.
So I know it's really soon, but beer's on me today.
Yeah. I've got to stay at work for like another 10 hours, but as soon as I get home, I'll be cracking one.
Oh, shit. 10 hours straight?
We usually do 12-hour shifts. So if I start at 6 in the morning, I finish at 6 at night. It's a long day, but it means I get more days off. Like I've got a family with kids and stuff, so it means I get more
Okay, I
time with
get
my
it.
wife and kids.
So you do like 3 days?
Yeah. Yeah, if I work my normal roster, it's about three shifts a week. So do either 3 days or 3 nights, and then I get a few off to spend with my wife and kids and do the band stuff and whatever else I got going on as well.
That would be the kind of shit that I would enjoy. There's that kind of shift here, but they're pretty rare. Most of the time they work like 5 days. You know, the 9 to 5. It's most common here because Quebec City is more government and everything. So there's a lot of people that work 9 to 5, less industries and everything.
Yeah, see, we've got a lot of like industry over here. Like where I live, the Hunter Valley, there's a lot of mines, and all the miners do 12 and a half hour shifts, and I'm on the railway, so I do 12-hour shifts, and it's not for everyone, but I've always been a shift worker, and I've always done long shifts, and it just works perfect for me. I don't sleep much. I don't know if that's why I don't get hungover as well. I just don't have time for sleep. There's too much in life to enjoy with my wife and my kids and whatnot.
So have a great shift, and thank you so much again from the bottom of my punk rock heart. And I'm going to send you all the details when I hear the interview. Of course, we're going to do a huge special on you guys, man. I appreciate that so much, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And when you send me everything, I'll start sharing on our page and stuff. And yeah, I'm keen to hear what it sounds like, man. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much, bro.
All right, man. See ya.
Cheers.
Bye.